I've done that for 30 years. It's tiring. I want to change. I need some change. I need excitement in my life. I need joy. I need love. I need peace. I need though. That's my vibration. And if it's not that, I don't want no part of it. But
come on with that's your vibration. That's what I'm talking about, Coach Sam. It's about, and how you vibrate matters. And we vibrating forward. Like that was the whole purpose.
And that's the thing, you know, when you start to shift your mind, your whole vibration then starts to change. And when you take it back to God, your whole vibration starts to change. You start to draw in all those positive things that you're actually thinking and wanting. You might not know how you're going to get there, but have the plan and have the intention, and the universe, if that's what you want to call it, will bring those things to you. They will draw that to you. Whereas opposed to if you're constantly sitting and feeling negative about your health, your condition, you know, woe is me, that is what it's going to be. No more, no less. So you have to work on your mindset. If there's nothing else that you do after listening to this podcast today, it's work on your mindset, because that is the key to opening the door for a long, happy life.
And if you don't know where to start with working on your mindset,
here we are. We're here to
help. There you go. Find you someone that you feel like you can trust with your journey. And there's many podcast episodes that we already have that talk about mindset. And there's so many people out here that's working. Figure out the one who speaks best to you and know that you're worth addressing and getting your mindset together so you can really be intentional with your healing. So my last two signature questions, Coach Sam, this one is for what I like to say girl dads, or they could be male role models for young girls, or you see what age we are. What if they're getting into a relationship with someone with endometriosis, PCOS, fibroids? Give some insight on how they could be supportive and be a part of this healing journey. Because a lot of times we take the men out of the conversations. We take fathers out of the conversations when really this is a health issue, not just a woman's issue. Absolutely. Give some tips on that for me, please.
Okay, for your partner or your loved ones, or, you know, just anybody who is around you, because it will ultimately affect your behavior with these conditions, will ultimately affect them. So I would get your family, like, do as much research on the condition as you can. Just get to know what the symptoms are and how it affects the lady in your life or the ladies in your life, and see if you can help to navigate and support in any which way, whether it be through helping them with their diet, supporting them in their food journeys. You know, it's not going to be easy if you're still chowing down the curry goat and the jerk chicken and the fried fish, and she's over there trying to do her nice little salad, you know, trying to do all good with fruit and veg, you know. So just try and sit and ease with her, try and be supportive in as many ways as possible, try and do as much research about the condition and find out about it as much as possible, and just talk to her. I think above everything else, just speak to her and find out where she's at, how she's feeling, and what she needs from you. Because again, all women are different, and my needs might not necessarily be the same needs that you have from your partner or your household. So it's important to just let them know what it is that will make your time going through your episodes or your cycles, what's going to make those times easier for you. What can I do to make those times easier for you? Ask those kind of questions, and just be supportive.
I like that. And you know, that also goes to male figures and girl dads. Like, make sure you're educating what a period looks like, what's really happening in a period, and then know what's normal and what's not normal. So that way, when a child expresses that, or you see them going through things and you're like, don't pass that off, because now you're educated and now you know her being in so much pain, that's not normal. What could help her during this time? know what can help her. If it's more fruits and more vegetables, if it's a certain tea that you want to give her to calm, if it's the heating pad, like know when you start seeing these things, because you've educated yourself, how you can go in and support. And then lastly, you said talk. Make it to a place where they can come and share whatever it is that they're going through and having, so they're not going through things alone. And feeling all alone because they don't understand what's going on with their body, or they're getting depressed because the pain is so overwhelming. So talking to them and better understanding what's going on and finding ways to help is key. So I really appreciate you taking us through your thought process of how to truly support, Coach Sam.
Can I just add to that, Coach Jojo, especially with the young ladies now, the young girls nowadays, their cycles are coming in a lot earlier than what they're supposed to be. So, 9-year-olds are having cycles, beginning their cycles. They shouldn't even be having cycles at that age. And again, it's because of the hormone balance is so out of sync that we're bringing them into early cycles. So again, for dads, just know that these things are not normal. Your little girls are not supposed to be going through those things. However, if they are, as you said, Jojo, just make sure that you support with the right foods, the right emotional support, the right mental support for them. Make sure that, try and get them to journal so that they understand their cycles as well and what's happening from 1 month to the next, because sometimes it's difficult to remember what your cycle was like 3 months ago and have to refer back to it. So if they're starting to journal from a young age, it just sets the motion for them going forward, and it's easier for them to then be able to refer back to say, okay, well, I know on this particular day, this is how I felt and this is what I ate, so I know not to do that. So again, the same thing that we would suggest for the women joining the programs, we would definitely suggest the dads and for them to do the same practices with their young daughters so that they are prepared for what's to come.
And that is powerful. When they are starting to journal at a young age, when you go to the doctor, they can be able to say, this is what's been happening to me. Because again, if we're thinking that this is normal, the pain, the irregular periods, the heavy going through a pad in 30 minutes, if that's all you know, you don't know that there's something different. So being able to document that and journal, that is powerful. So I'm glad that you added that piece in there, because if they're going through their period journal, then they're going to be able to have those facts and that experience. So then that way people can take a more informed and educated approach to being able to really figure out what's happening to you. So we don't have a child getting picked up in an ambulance since primary school, going all the way to 30 to 35 without really getting some answers. Like that, time out for that now. And so if we're giving these suggestions and these powerful ways to start being able to have people take a step now with showing up for themselves and documenting what's going on and being intentional on their healing journey, it's only going to help. Absolutely. Even if you feel like it's extra work, it's only going to help you.